Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess Spice. Today we are at the next topic, that is the Instructive Miniatures explained. And today we have got a correspondence game in front of us. So let's see what happens in the game. Let's get started with the game. E4, E5, NF3, and C6. So far everything is normal. White is trying to control the center. He has developed with an attack. Black has responded by protecting the pawn and is also developing the piece. White went with the move knight c3. Beginning of the three knights game, especially if black plays bc5. bc5 can allow knight e5 followed by d4, when white will have some advantage in the position. Most popular is nf6, which makes it the four knights game. In the game, black tried to exploit slow play by white. Normally white prefers bc4 or bb5, and here black went with the move f5, instantly challenging the white center. And if e into f5 is taken after both nf6 or d5, we can say black has a very pleasant game. So this is the first stage where white identifies and thinks that this f5 move is not that great, and he already starts looking to punish it. So we know when we are ahead in development and opponent is trying to do something in the center or something on the flank or on the side, that is, immediately we should try to open the center and try to generate play. So white goes with the most logical move d4 here, instantly freeing the c1 bishop, attacking the pawn on e5. And the point is, after fe4, which happened in the game, we want to go e4 because there will be d5 followed by e4. But white wants to go with the move knight e5. Now we see that knight has improved its placing and the queen is already threatening to go to h5 with a check. So we see the move f5 has created a diagonal weakness in the black position. So with the move d5 now, if he protects e4, then queen h5, g6 and g6 will be of course winning for white. So black goes with the move nf6, protecting the e4 pawn and also stopping the check on h5. So this is an important moment where white has to think how he wants to continue the game, because we see black is about to either play d6 or d5 in the upcoming moves. And white made some calculation here. It would be great if you are able to find the idea what white should be doing. So white went with the move bc4, which looks a mistake at first. Black was trying to play d5 and we are allowing him to get d5 with a gain of tempo on this bishop on c4, right? But white, as we saw, has already sensed that black's play is faulty and he tries to exploit. One factor that white has in his favor is the extra development, and second is the partly weakened diagonal, we can say, in this case. Black went d5, and this is what exactly white had calculated, and things become very difficult for black after white moves. What should white play? So as I told you already, white had sensed that this position is winning for him. So he went with the move knight takes d5. Now at first it's a very unusual thing, we are just sacrificing the knight, but it's not just a sacrifice. White made a precise calculation. After knight d5, this f6 knight, which was guarding h5 and d5 both, is deflected. The overloaded piece is deflected here. Knight takes d5, queen goes to h5 with a check. When after ke7, we can say that white will be able to force a mate. After qf7 check, kd6, queen d5 check, and we see a mating 3 following there. Let's play the moves and see. I will show you after knight d5, queen h5 check, ke7 blunder, qf7 check, kd6, queen d5 check, ke7, and now we see after knight c6 check, bc6, queen e5 check, kd7, queen e6 mates. So after knight d5, queen h5 check, black has to go with the move g6. When knight into g6, looks like wins very easily, because after HG there will be QG6 check, king goes to D7 and bishop D5, and we can see that white's position is winning. So knight D5, queen H5 check, G6, knight G6, HG. Many players would go for the move queen H8 here, but it's absolutely not necessary to get scared and go for the rook. After KD7, we can see that already black is struggling a lot. There is queen E6 mate, there is queen F5 check, there is BG5 coming up. So this position is definitely winning for white. So after knight G6, black goes knight F6, challenging white and forcing him to prove his advantage. So this position is white to play and win. Of course, let's see if it's possible to force a mate in the position. So white found the spectacular move here. He is not interested in moving his queen. You can see that the queen cannot give check. Knight H8 check is of course blunder. Knight into H5 comes over there. So the knight has to move with a check. So white plays the move bishop F7. Elegant and a very good move, because if now king has to go to D7, then we can just move the queen away with queen F5 check, KD6, bishop F4 check, knight E5, queen E5, getting a totally winning position. Or else, after king F7, white is able to force a mate here after knight E5 check. Let's calculate the moves here. After knight E5 check, Ke6, Qf7. If king goes to D6, then knight C4 mate, and king goes to F5, then white has the stunning G4 check and black is mated. So knight E5 check. Of course, Kg8 and Kg7 are instant mates after Qf7. So Ke6, queen check. Black played king F5 in the game. He could have resigned, but there comes G4 check and mate. And if king would have gone to D6, then knight C4 would have been mate. I thought it was emphasizing on the weakness of the diagonal, and it was a useful idea to have in our arsenal. I hope you are finding these lessons useful. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.